Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. And this may very well be the final video of today. Now, I want to talk about something and I kind of want to generate your thoughts and feelings because I know that a lot of people will have different thoughts and feelings on this. I want to talk about my thoughts and feelings first and then get a bit of feedback from you guys. So, obviously, unless you've been under a rock, if you're keeping up to date with the Street Fighter Duel news, you will know that we got some leaks for characters. And the big one, at least for me, is this guy right here. Fashion Ken. Okay, Fashion Ken. I'll just move myself just a little bit. Fashion Ken, as you can see, is legendary faction. Now, the harsh reality is there's a chance, right? However small, there is a chance that we get this unit for free as part of the login. However, when you look at his kit, it seems highly improbable that they would give a unit like this away for free. So, the likelihood is he is going to be sold. Now, I understand that there'll probably be a collective, I say a collective, there might only be 2 people watching this video, right? But there'll be a collective sigh of, oh, that sucks. And people thinking, oh, well, such a good unit, I'm free to play, I can't get this unit. It's not fair, right? Which I understand, right? But it is what it is. However, I'm questioning the fact that in this game, there is a million and one different things that you can purchase. Okay, we've spoken about this before. If the game is going to survive, they need to do things that appeal to people who are willing to spend money. And my thoughts are, legendary characters are literally the one value purchase in the entire game. Like, if you look at everything this game does, if you look at all the packs, all the packages, everything, these characters are the only thing in the game that are worth it. They are. Right? And I know people are going to say, Hayzink, they cost $30 or $50. That's how much I can go out and purchase a console game for. You are absolutely correct. That is how much you can go out and purchase a console game for. But can I just point out that when people are spending money to summon, that isn't even the price of a big pack. Like, that's half the price of a big pack. So when you're talking about whales, dolphins and minnows, those are the type of spenders who look at the value. Maybe not whales, we'll take whales out of it, right? Dolphins and minnows, they're the type of players who look at the value they're getting before they'll spend money. And I would say that without any argument, without any doubt, legendary faction characters are hands down the best value thing you can buy in this game. Nothing at all even touches them. You get a unit that hopefully is high tier. Nero, quite near high tier. High tier, not highest tier. Legend Chun-Li, Flame Chun-Li. Could argue she's highest tier, but she's definitely up there anyway. Sakura, she hasn't really stood the test of time as much. Blanka's top tier, however, he was free. I do genuinely believe, though, if they could go back in time, they probably wouldn't have given us Blanka for free. They would have probably given us Sakura for free and sold Blanka, to be honest. This guy is going to be above all of them, right? He's going to totally 100% be above all of them. If he was a character with this kit, if he was a character that was released as a legendary summon, people would spend money to summon this guy. The fact is, you spend money one time, fixed amount, guaranteed amount, and you max him out. So, to me, getting units like this is key to the long-term sustainability of this game. Now, I know it might suck for free-to-play players, right? But free-to-play players obviously want a game to play. And the only way they're going to have a game to play is if there is a portion of players within the game who are still willing to spend money. And this right here is the type of thing that's going to make players spend money. Now, I think legendary characters are vital to this game, and I also think they are the best value proposition of everything in the game. I'd like to know if you agree or disagree with that, by the way. I need you to view it through the lens of people are already going to spend money, potentially. They don't view it as that's how much I could buy a console game for. Because they're the type of people that on a good month would maybe spend $100 summoning to try and get a unit in another game. Probably not this game. And the only reason I say probably not this game is, how do I put this? I'll use Dokkan Battle as an example. You could spend $100 in Dokkan Battle and you could reasonably walk away with the unit and you can use the unit, right? Whereas here, if you spend $100, yeah, you could summon the unit, but that's not enough. And for $100, you won't get enough copies of the unit to make it viable. You've got to be willing to go further than that, okay? And that is probably what stops a lot of minnows and dolphins actually putting money into the game, because they know that they're not going to get lucky. They might get lucky and pull a couple of copies of the unit, but that's still not enough. So that's what stops them actually spending money, whereas something like this makes them spend money. So try and view it through that lens. And that's not me trying to lead you to an answer. I'm just saying, when you're given feedback, just give your feedback based on, right, would I be someone who would do this in another game? Okay, if I look at everything this game offers, is this the best value, or is there other things within the game that are better value? I think you'll find the answers, this is the best value, right? Now the worry I've got, I don't want to encourage anyone to spend. I'll be honest, I've not been spending, but I'll probably get Ken, because Ken's my favourite Street Fighter character, so I'll probably get Ken, right? However, the problem I can see is, this game's all about testing, right? Topjoy like to do these invisible tests that they don't tell us about. They done it with Flame Chun-Li, they done it with Nero, and they've not brought out legendary characters since, right? And they didn't make money. They didn't make money because people didn't buy them. This character is a character I 100% expected them to change. I expected them to not bring him out as a legendary character. I expected them to change him to a master or an inferno, right? The other character who should be a legend is Ryu, Fashion Ryu. And I feel like if Ken does well, Fashion Ryu will remain a legendary faction unit. Whereas if Ken doesn't do well, I think they will very much pull back on doing these legendary characters, and we will end up just being stuck with everything being changed to summonable. And while I feel like down the line, maybe not right now, because they won't do it right now, right? They won't. But I feel like the only way that they could get free-to-play players on board with this idea is if down the line, whether that be 4 months after it's been on sale, 3 months after it's been on sale, whatever, if they add a function where free-to-play players over time can earn a currency, let's say, and select one of these characters, that would make free-to-play players more on board and supportive of this. I just feel like if these units don't perform, the option B is even worse. It's essentially eventually going to lead to closure of the game, which is maybe inevitably going to happen anyway, which is a catch-22, because you'll have people who'll be saying, I'd love to get this unit, but I'm worried the game's going to shut down, so I'm not going to spend any money. And then that becomes the whole self-fulfilling prophecy that people like to talk about, because people are scared to spend money, which means they don't spend money, which means the game doesn't generate income, which means the game closes. How do you get around that, you know? The only thing I can see them doing, the only way I can see them kind of keeping up revenue and making things a little bit more appealing would be as if bi-monthly, so that means every 2 months, they brought out a legendary character like this. You would have good revenue. The free-to-play players wouldn't be happy, but if you did do what I suggested, which is make these characters available from an exchange, maybe 3 months after release, you'll obviously be limited by how much currency you can earn as well. So if in 3 months time you've got enough currency to purchase one legendary character, but you've got the choice between this Ken, Sakura, Chun-Li, potentially in the future Fashion Dalsium, you can't get them all anyway. So you would still be limited by both choice and currency, but at least you would have that option, you would have that opportunity. And I don't think free-to-play players would be as dismissive of these units if that was the case, which overall would swing it round to, you would create a happier player base, you would create a healthier revenue stream, which obviously we need. We've discussed this. If people don't spend money, the game doesn't stay open. And I just feel like these characters are the game's best opportunity to do that. You're still going to have your whales who are summoning to get your new units when they come out, but the low to mid level is what's going to bring up the overall revenue of the game, which would bring up the health of the game, which would bring up the long-term viability of the game. So I'm all for these legendary characters. I am. But I want to know what you guys think. I know you all want them for free, right? I know you all want them for free, because everybody wants them for free, right? But do you support them making more legendary characters, or would you rather all characters were just summonable units? If you choose option 2, tell me why. Tell me why. And just out of curiosity, if you do choose option 2 and you say all units should be summonable, then where would you say the revenue is going to come from? I'm just curious to know, because right now we don't really have dolphins in this game. You've got whales, or you've got people who have given up spending. That's pretty much what exists in this game right now. So if you think that legendary characters shouldn't be a thing, give me a suggestion. Tell me what you think the game needs to do to make people spend money, which is what we need for the game to stay open. I think this is the best way to do that, because it actually represents decent value, relatively speaking. But I want to know what you guys think. I'm excited for Ken. I'm not buying things in the game day to day. I'm going to get him. I'm telling you now, so don't be surprised when he shows up in my box. I'm not betraying anyone. He is my favourite Street Fighter character. Second place is Ryu. I've told everyone before, it used to be the other way about, but over time it's switched. When it comes to Ryu and Ken, if I can get one copy of them and they're maxed out, ain't no chance I'm not going to do it. So that's where I stand on it. Let me know what you guys think. I've been Hayzink. Last video. Catch you in the next one. Peace.